And if you talk to people outside of property, they'll be like, oh, you can't, how can you invent money? How can you create
Yeah.
money?
Yeah.
It seems so fantastical as to
Yeah.
be, this whole too good to be true phrase that you hear quite a lot.
Yeah, and when I say you do not need money to invest in property, people look at you as if you're a bit batshit crazy. Um, and then there's a whole world of cynicism that comes behind that. In fact, I faced it the other day when one of our students who'd attended one of my workshops, like, recommended it on a particular forum on Facebook, and the amount of comments that followed, just someone who had, I've experienced this, I thought it was great, if you guys are looking for alternatives, this would be a great thing for you to experience. The comments went along the lines of, be careful, it's a pyramid scheme, it's a scam, if they're so good at property, why are they teaching it? And I was like, really
Oh, I love that one.
blown away. Really blown away by the cynicism behind, if someone is good at something, why on earth would they give it away and tell other people how to do it? And I thought, well, let's put that into a different scenario rather than property investing. If I was an amazing hairdresser and I had mastered my art in cutting people's hair and coloring people's hair and styling people's hair, if I suddenly started a hairdressing school, would people go, oh, well, she can't be that good at hairdressing then if she's having to set up a school? They wouldn't. And I think it comes from a place of absolute fear and disbelief that someone that has made money would actually show other people how they can make money. Because as Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki talks about in his books, is you come from a place of abundance where none of our students are going to be competition to us. I'm not competition to them. You can make as much money as you want to out there, which again sounds crazy, like you said when you read that lesson, that chapter. And it's just a whole new way of thinking and operating in a world where you didn't really think existed. It's a bit like that Matrix where you take the red pill or the blue pill or whatever, right? Um, it's a parallel universe that exists, and you have to kind of go down the rabbit warren to find all the different avenues that it can lead to. And it's really exciting, but it is different to what everyone else is doing. And as human beings, we like familiarity and comfort, and to see what everyone else is doing first before we then make decisions on what we do ourselves. It's a fundamental in human behavior, and that, like, blows my mind every time you have someone who's skeptical or doubts what you don't need money to invest in property. That can't be right. Well,
It's
when
just
they're kids, they've been programmed that in order to get that Nintendo game, they need to do all their chores, do all the work before they get their pocket money that they then have to save up before they then get the Nintendo game. So if you're programmed like that from a very young age, it just stands to reason that you expect that to be like everything else in life.
it's just old thinking. And to be honest, if I'm being really brutal about it, it's lazy. It's lazy thinking, right?
Yeah.
Because it's just too easy to say, oh, oh, that can't work because why should it? That can't work 'cause it sounds too good to be true. It's like, well, have you actually read into it? Have you looked into it?
Yeah.
Have you studied it? Have you questioned it? Where's all that? Where's it coming from? It
It means
drives me mad. That whole kind of, if they're so good, why are they teaching it? Drives me mad because it's like, well, how many books has Richard Branson written? Does he
yeah.
need the money from books? Probably not, right?
Yeah.
But he's
Yeah.
writing books. Why? Because somebody might take something from that and make a success of themselves from it.
Right. Richard Branson has taught me personally so much. Model successful people. Find people who've done exactly what you want to do, model them, copy them, do it. It's really simple. But again, people are like, oh, there's got to be a catch. There's got to be something going on there. But every single entrepreneur's book says the same thing. It's the
Same.
same formula. Have a really strong reason on why you want to do it. Find someone that can help you do it. Learn how to do it, master it, and do it.
And then work your ass off, and maybe you'll be successful. It's not rocket science.